Well, it's that time of the year again. No, not Christmas, not the holiday season, but it is a big event. It is the Sephora Spring Savings event time, and it's here already. You guys, can you believe it? Friday, April the 5th. I'll put the little thing right there that gives you all the details, dates and everything, and of course I will put that information down in the description box for you guys. So this video is all about the stuff that I think you must snag during the Sephora sale event, because you guys, these are must-have items. I tried very hard not to be redundant and recommend you the same items that I have in the past years, although it's very difficult because those tried and true items tend to be tried and true. You know, I would always recommend them to you. I made sure to put a lot of the new things, but I do have some of the tried and true items in this video as well. I'm also going to tell you a little bit about what I plan on buying. Now that's going to be even more interesting when I do my haul videos. You guys know my hauls are epic. Every time, you know, Sephora sale twice a year, I drop thousands of dollars and I do massive epic hauls. Now let's jump right into this video so I can share with you stuff that you cannot miss. I'm going to start with the fragrances first. Hey beauties, welcome back to my channel. I have the most exciting Sephora recommendations video for you today. Of course, I made sure to not include too many redundant stuff from my previous recommendation videos. My other channel, Ceylon Cleo, actually used to have both my fragrance and makeup content. Then I split it up. I split up the makeup content. I brought over the makeup content to this channel. So there are some old Sephora haul videos on that channel, like and recommendation videos that you might want to check out. I will actually link them down in the description box. I tried to make sure that I didn't have too many redundant recommendations, but there are of course some tried and true products that I have to recommend. But there are a lot of really new recommendations. There are fragrance recommendations as well, body products, skincare, makeup, what have you. I'll start with fragrances and move on to body care, skincare, and then makeup. So let's jump right in. Like I said, I'm going to start with fragrances. I'm actually going to tell you, well, recommendation videos are about products you've already tried. They're tried and true stuff and you already own them, have them usually. So whereas hauls are all about the new stuff you bought from the Sephora sale, right? So however, I will recommend you what I already have that I think you should get during the sale, that are good deals, things that you should get on a sale, like big ticket items. But I will also share with you what I'm planning on buying. I highly recommend two brands, especially during the sale, when it comes to perfumes. That would be Kilian and Tom Ford, because those are expensive fragrances that are not that easy to find on discount sites. Even when you find them on discount sites, they're not that heavily discounted. They're like 10%, maybe 5% off, especially Tom Ford. Not ever really discounted, right? So you want to snag whatever the Tom Ford perfumes that you can possibly get your hands on. So my first Tom Ford recommendation is this one right here, Vanilla Sex. You guys, I know this is kind of this shouldn't be, but apparently a polarizing scent, which blew my mind because, oh my goodness, this is delicious. This fragrance is largely misunderstood, mainly because of that, as some people say, the Play-Doh vibe. So the Play-Doh vibe is not really everybody's cup of tea. I love it, and I don't necessarily call it the Play-Doh vibe. People just call things because, you know, I mean, some people even call Play-Doh vibe to like the iris orris notes that are kind of powdery, which mainly is more of a lipstick makeup kind of vibe, right? This is such a sexy vanilla. This has such a massive, huge dose of vanilla. There's actually several types of vanilla in here. There's vanilla absolute, there's vanilla, there is ultra vanilla. It's like a vanilla tincture, I think it's called. It's a specific type of vanilla, and I wonder if that's what people are calling Play-Doh vibe, which doesn't really make sense. There's almond in here too. Maybe the almond is adding to that bit of that Play-Doh vibe. Like there's almond in Dior Hypnotic Poison, right? So people call that Play-Doh. I'm not gonna say that this is similar to Dior Hypnotic Poison, but it's along the same lines. You know how what a super sexy, like very sultry that fragrance is, but it has that sort of, you know, slight, if you want to call it Play-Doh vibe. So this actually has that as well, a little bit, but this is different from that vanilla fragrance. I mean, Hypnotic Poison is, you know, almond and vanilla. It has almond and vanilla. It's mainly a vanilla fragrance, really. But this, you guys, I would say is a cold weather vanilla, and it's super sexy. I don't understand why some people don't like it, but some people, I think majority of people absolutely love it. I think you should grab that. The other Tom Ford that I really think you should have in your collection is Electric Cherry. This one's hard to get a discount on, so snag this while the sale is going on. Oh, this is such a sexy cherry fragrance. This is one of the few spring summer cherry fragrances available on the market, and I just talked about, if you watch my channel, right there in my cabinet. I don't know if you can see it, right there. Okay, so if you watch my channel, you just saw the video that went up before this. I talked about Maraschino by Sospiro. Now that is absolutely gorgeous. In my opinion, these two are kind of neck and neck, and I'm leaning more towards Maraschino right now. It's absolutely stunning, you guys. Oh my goodness. Check that video if you missed it. It is a must-have fragrance. If you missed it, go check out that review. You gotta hear about it, okay? So this one, you guys, is this really beautiful, kind of zesty, slightly citrusy, fresh, a bit of citrus right in the opening. You can smell kind of fresh, almost cherry blossom smelling cherry fragrance, because the cherry in here is a sour cherry, not your black dark cherry. Very effervescent, more spring summer type of appropriate cherry note in here. Very light and airy because of the big large dose of musks in here, and the fresh citrus notes and the light floral notes, you know, like, you know, jasmine and stuff. So yeah, it is a very kind of bubbly, airy, sexy. I would say my husband goes kind of turns into putty when I wear this. This is something, there's something in here that drives him nuts. So yeah, it's kind of a naughty fragrance. So yeah, you must have it. And of course, I'm planning to buy you guys Tom Ford Vanille Fatale right now. I highly recommend it. I've smelled it before. People say that, you know, have you seen the new bottle? So it actually came out in a new bottle when Vanilla Sex was released. It's not in the old packaging anymore. I put a picture of it right here. Yeah, I'm very intrigued by it. Some people say that it doesn't smell exactly like the previous version. Some people say that it does. I guess, I don't know. I have smelled it before, but I haven't smelled the previous version, so I can't tell you for sure. So I'm definitely getting a bottle during this sale. Other one, the brand I recommend a lot. Well, I basically recommend all Tom Ford fragrances, like Just Ma Rouge. There's tons, okay? So any Tom Ford fragrance, now's the time to grab. And the other brand is Kilian. I can't talk enough about Rose Oud. I mean, how many times have I talked to you guys about? I'm almost out of this bottle, you guys. It's stacked down to there. I actually have a backup already. This is the most sexy, sultry, divine, beautiful rose fragrance. This has lychee in the opening. Oh my lord, it's got rose and oud, but in a very, very beautiful balance. The oud is almost not recognizable. The strength is there, but it's not oud smelling oud. It's not your barnyard oud, not your Middle Eastern oud, not your Oriental oud. None of that. It is because of, I think, the lychee note, the fruitiness really kind of, along with the nice leather cording here, you know, and the sultriness that comes with from like the vanilla and everything, and the mixture of leather and all that. The oud is kind of like not smelling like your typical oud. It's absolutely sultry. I get so many compliments every time I wear this. People have chased me down asking me what I'm wearing when I order from Starbucks. People ask me, the baristas, something about the baristas and the nurses. Everywhere I go, they're the biggest compliment givers when it comes to fragrances. They're very, I guess, like in tune with scents. You know, those are the type of people I get most of my compliments from, and men, of course. So yeah, rose oud, grab it. 20% off from that price tag. It's good to have. Then the other one I recommend highly is the Kilian Princess. The short name, of course, there's a long name. I don't need a prince to be a princess, yada yada. Anyway, this one, get it in this new bottle, which I'm so glad they changed. I actually have, can you guys see my Kilian right there? The ball right there. Yeah, I don't like that bottle. I have actually this in the old bottle too right there. I don't like it. It actually, the atomizer broke, for example. I don't like that. This is the most beautiful marshmallow fragrance, you guys, without being cheap and too fluffy, like, I don't know, something Ariana Grande would make, you know. Not that, no shade to Ariana Grande. I mean, her fragrance is actually pretty cute for the price, right? But this smells very refined, expensive, type of classy Barbie type of, you know, marshmallow fragrance. Absolutely gorgeous. I think this has like green tea note, which gives a slight kind of a hint of green to this, along with other delicious notes. Absolutely recommend this. My husband loves this on me very much. Of course, I don't even have to tell you, like, I recommend all Kilians. Okay, where's my Kilian? Yeah, right there. That whole thing right there. I recommend everything in there, including, of course, Kilian Love Don't Be Shy, Love Don't Be Shy Extreme. Name it. I love all Kilian. So time to grab Kilians if you want. And then I'm getting also the cherry fragrance, Cherry Ambition, I think, from the Seven Virtues fragrance house. I've not tried anything from this house, but I hear so many good things about this particular fragrance house and also this particular scent. And I am a huge lover of cherry fragrances. You guys know I get my hands on every cherry fragrance that was ever made under the sun, so I have to have this. So that's one I plan to buy. And also I stumbled on this new fragrance brand on Sephora actually while I was browsing, trying to do kind of scoping for the upcoming sale. The brand's name is Brown Girl Jane. Let me know if you guys know anything about this brand, but it is highly rated on Sephora, and the specific fragrance I'm going to get from them is Carnival. I believe it's a vanilla fragrance, and it is highly rated on Sephora, so I'm definitely getting my hands on that one. And then I might, I'm not sure yet, I'm still on the fence about it. I need to go into Sephora and sniff it before the sale. Of course, I'm recording this video well ahead of time. Tomorrow I might go sniff it at Sephora, you know, the new fragrance, Juliet by Juliet Has a Gun, which is supposed to have cherry also, right? So I need to go smell that. I might get that as well. All right, so moving on to the other beauty items. So let me go on to kind of body care, skincare next, and then towards the end I will do makeup. So this is one of those good old recommendations, Brazilian foreplay, but specifically this Big Daddy size is very rare to find. I tend to buy this during the Sephora VIB sale because it's a big one, and you get a pretty good discount on this. And this delicious scent smells like the Brazilian Boom Boom Cream by the same brand. It smells absolutely divine. It smells like a mixture of cupcakes and vanilla and coconut, and it's delicious, and it is so moisturizing. Honestly, for me, there's not a better body care brand than Sol de Janeiro. Speaking of Sol de Janeiro, these two, guys, you can't miss these two, okay? You must buy this during the Sephora VIB sale. This just came out. This is the Sol de Janeiro's latest scent. So this is the Delicia Drench Body Butter, and this is the Sol de Janeiro number 59 body spray. They're matching scents, obviously. So this Delicia Drench, you guys, it smells so divine, and it's so moisturizing. Drench it is, you know, it drenches your skin with moisture. It's a pretty thick paste of a body cream, but do you see like the clawing I've done at it? So yeah, this is so delicious. It almost has like a whipped, I don't know if you guys can see, it almost has like a thick whipped texture. It's different from the other body butters of Sol de Janeiro. The consistency is a little bit different, and this works so beautiful with, let me get that, this one right here, you guys. This is the Bulgari Bachami. This is such a gorgeous scent. Unfortunately, this is not available on Sephora, obviously. This is available on you know, at Saks, Neiman Marcus, where did I get it from? Bloomingdale's, you know. These two layer so well with that fragrance. Oh my gosh. Apparently, was it Jacqueline Hill or Jackie Aina said, you know, discovered that, whatever. Anyways, so yeah, you must have this scent. This smells so darn delicious. And apparently there was some ridiculous TikTok stupid rumor going around that this somehow attracts some kind of spider. Gosh, the things people come up with, you know, it's ridiculous. People are so silly. If a spider did come towards it at one point, it might be not because of the specific scent, probably because it had a little bit of sweet smell, maybe, you know, it was going towards something else. Gosh, people are so crazy. So that's really my body care recommendations right there. In terms of skincare, you guys, I have to tell you, I'm sorry to break this news to you, but any kind of skincare that you buy from Sephora, I'm not going to say they're 100% ineffective. There are going to be some ones that are pretty good, you know, but if you want really good results, you need to go clinical strength. You need to go see your dermatologist and get her or him to recommend you clinical strength stuff like retinols, depending on your skin needs, obviously. Even if it's a moisturizer, moisturizers are though the least high maintenance thing. You can get a good moisturizer even at Target. Don't spend your money on like big price tag moisturizers. But what I'm trying to say is, if you want real results, you need to use a vitamin C that you can get, you know, not really at Sephora. The ones at Sephora, I will say, like Paula's Choice, I think is available at Sephora. That brand has a good vitamin C. But I tell you guys, like brands like SkinCeuticals, that type of thing, you can't get at Sephora, which you know, that's the vitamin C I use. My dermatologist recommended that. So I looked at my skincare box and I couldn't find anything you could get at Sephora. All that was there were from, you know, clinical strength brands. So yeah, I'm sorry, I can't really recommend you, send you on a wild goose chase for skincare at Sephora, okay? I'm not saying all of them are ineffective. Like I said, there are some select products that are pretty darn good for skincare, but if you want like proper results, not Sephora. Okay, so hair care. Oh wait, actually this is not technically skincare, but I'll throw it in with that. This, as you can see, empty. I just ran out. I have like I don't know, 100 bottles of this in my empties. This is the Lancome Bifacil eye makeup remover, the only eye makeup remover I use and works for me. There's like some oil in here. I can't really show you because it's over. So there's oil suspended in this. You have to like shake it. Best eye makeup remover ever. Okay, so oh yeah, hair stuff. Okay, so this one right here, the Chris Appleton plus Color Wow. So it's a collaboration with Chris Appleton, like the hairdresser of like Kim Kardashian or whatever. Color Wow did a collaboration with him. So this is the Money Mask. This stuff works. It also gone right now, you guys. I have like, I don't know, like 7, 8 tubs, empty tubs in my, can you see? This camera is not focusing. So this is empty, as you can see. It's like that sort of like light blue kind of mask. I have 7 empty cans, I think, in my empties bin. I can't live without it. It's one of the things that I use to like hydrate my hair when I'm having like a very dry, tangled hair day. I wash my hair with this, like use this mask on my hair. I leave it on for like 5 minutes and wash it off. Like instead of using, you know, shampoo and a regular conditioner, I just use a hair mask usually because my hair is always so thirsty. So yeah, really it detangles your hair, just almost like falls, you know, like detangled, and it like falls into place. Absolutely love that. Money mask, I'm going to get like 3-4 of them during the sale. And then I have to recommend this Olaplex number 4D. This is the dry shampoo by Olaplex. This is really good, this dry shampoo. It smells clean and it doesn't leave as much of a white residue. It does a little bit, but like not a lot, you know. And it's sexy. It hardly left any white residue and it just feels really clean. It's a really nice dry shampoo. I really like this. The other Olaplex item that I recommend is this Olaplex number 4C. This is a clarifying, it's a bond maintenance clarifying shampoo. It's the best clarifying shampoo ever. Clarifying shampoo is when you have, you know, product build up on your scalp and you want to like clear it out and have like crisp, clean hair again. This doesn't strip my hair dry, but also kind of really cleans my scalp. So I am still buying the Olaplex number 3 and all the other Olaplex products, but not as much as I used to, because I discovered, by the way, you guys, I have hair products that I buy from Saks and places like that that I love more now. I just recently, you know, discovered 2 hair products that I really love that I only get from like either Macy's or Saks or places like that. So I'm not as much into Olaplex anymore, but those 2 products and the number 3 I still consistently buy, not so much the other ones. Oh, one last hair item. This is the Kerastase Elixir Ultime. It is the oil, the dry oil. This is the best dry oil. It doesn't like ruin your blowout. It keeps your hair like nourished, like the ends when they get really dry. I like to use this, a little bit of this. Has a really nice scent too. Just on the ends, after even I blow dry, I like to put a little bit of it just on the ends to keep the ends from splitting up and getting too dry looking. So yeah, I like to use that on the ends. It doesn't ruin your blowout. It really protects, especially in winter and cold months and even summer. So that's it for the body care, skin care, hair care, all that stuff. Let's move on to makeup. When it comes to a primer, the only one I really want to recommend you from the Sephora sale is this one here, the Tatcha Silk Canvas Liquid, Liquid Silk Canvas. This is what I'm wearing obviously on my face today. I'm in love with the Chanel's new primers, you guys, that came out with the Winter Glow collection. So that's what I've been wearing non-stop. I actually really love the Chanel ones. So from Sephora, I don't really necessarily get, you know, many primers except for this one. I know that that one brand, Cali, I'll put a picture here. That's a good one too. It's very dimethicone type one. It's all right, it's good, but there again, you know, I love this one. It acts like that perfect barrier between skin and makeup. And the Chanel ones are beautiful. It gives me like a beautiful glow, and it keeps my skin so hydrated and supple. I love that. It kind of radiates through the makeup and everything. So yeah, I don't buy primer anymore from Sephora. Okay, then the foundation. So the only foundation I'm going to recommend you from Sephora is this one. This is the Danessa Myricks Yummy Skin Serum Skin Tint. I am in the shade number 8, but I can also use shade number 9. Usually for summertime I use 9, and in winter I use 8. So yeah, I mean, as you can see, I'm almost out of this tube. I've already gone through like 2-3 of these. This has been like my winter foundation, you guys, because this keeps the skin so nice and juicy, like hydrated at the same time. It gives, like, I know it says tint, but this gives you good coverage. I do have some acne scarring and some hyperpigmentation here and there, and this covers it all at the same time, keeps it really light on the skin. I have to be honest with you, there again, I'm addicted to Chanel foundations. When I wear Chanel foundations, I don't even feel that they're on my skin. This is actually the only Sephora brand, I will say, that when I put on my skin, feels like Chanel, feels like, doesn't feel like it's on my skin. This is the only one. It doesn't itch. There are a lot of the foundations that I love, like some of the NARS ones even. When you put them on the skin, the skin kind of itches every now and then, right? But this doesn't do that. And neither do Chanel foundations. I love those. Mwah. So yeah, I'm addicted to Chanel. What can I say? You know, I sound very kind of, what's the word, the street word, the bougie, the bourgeoisie is the real proper word. Sound a bit bourgeoisie right now, but you know, what I don't mean to be. It's just a good product is a good product. Okay, so that's the only foundation I can recommend you. By the way, I have some Sephora collection recommendations too. Here soon I'll talk about it. So the only cream bronze or contour, bronzers / contour product I recommend from Sephora is this right here. This is the Westman Atelier Face Trace Contour Stick. This is actually kind of a bronzer stick. It has slight warmth, but at the same time without being too warm or too cool. It is the perfect shade for me. I have another swatch right here. This is the perfect shade for me. This is, I think, is it mocha? I can't remember. I will list and link all these products down in the description box for you guys, obviously, and my shades. So, oh, did I forget to say, I am wearing the Danessa Myricks foundation on my face today. Essentially, I'm wearing all the stuff I'm recommending to you in this video on my face. So this is what I have on my face. This is like the most, I will tell you, convenient bronzer contour, because you can literally draw lines with this. You take a brush and you blend it out. It blends like a dream. It's the perfect consistency, not too creamy, not too dry, just perfect. That's really all I recommend from Sephora, you guys. Again, I'm addicted to the Chanel bronzers from the Le Beige collection, especially the Le Beige ones that were made to be the same consistency as the good old Soleil de Tan Chanel bronzer. So the new ones that came in new shades, I love those things. That's what I wear most of the time. Yeah, so that's all I can recommend. When it comes to a powder bronzer, this one right here is the best, I will say, bronzer, really. This actually even beats my Chanel Le Beige powder bronzer, which I love also. This is the new NARS Laguna bronzers. These now come in like 5 or 6 shades. So I love this shade too, by the way. I mean, as you can see, it's not too yellow, not too red, not too anything. It's like the perfect tan shade for my skin tone. I think I'm in the shade like 5 or something, Laguna 5. So such a finely milled powder. It goes on like a dream, blends like a dream. It just gives you the best like natural looking bronzed sun-kissed look. Again, on my face today is that, on top of that, Westman Atelier. I use the Westman Atelier more for like contouring purposes, and that's to just warm up my face. And then, oh, I almost forgot the concealers. The only 2 concealers from Sephora that I recommend to you are these. This is the Natasha Denona concealers, you guys. One of them right here is the color corrector with this red kind of reddish cap. These come in several shades too. I have more like the peachy shade, perfect for my skin tone. And this is the regular concealer. I'll put the shade numbers down below. This is the creamiest, non-creasing, best coverage, lightweight concealer ever. Absolutely love them. I don't want to even bother to recommend you anything else. But I hear a lot of good things about the Hourglass concealers that I'm going to buy from this Sephora sale, okay? So yeah, that is all for that. I have some blush that I will recommend. The most highly recommended blush that I can highly recommend to you is this one right here. This is the Charlotte Tilbury Beauty Light ones in the shade Pink Gasm. This is like I'll show you. This is like a cream-ish blush. It's not creamy. I wouldn't say it's creamy. It's kind of like a slightly wet formula, but oh my gosh, I can't really demonstrate right now to you. Let me try to do it on the back of my hand here. So this is what it looks like. And you guys, this is the most beautiful, 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 beautiful. Do you see just how beautiful that is? Like, okay, it looks a little, I went a little crazy there. Like a tiniest little dot will be enough for you, one of your cheeks. Really like half a dot. And yeah, don't overdo it. It gives you the most sun-kissed, beautiful flush to your cheeks like there's no tomorrow. This is the Pink Gasm. There's also the Pink Gasm Sunset, which is also really, 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 really beautiful. Every time I wear this on my videos, you guys compliment it. The other blush, in terms of a powder blush that I recommend, I actually have 2. I recommend this formula very much. This is the Armani Blushes, Luminous Silk Blushes. This one in the shade 52 is the shade number. This is like a beautiful kind of a pink. Right here, I love this kind of like a baby doll pink, you guys. That's what I'm wearing on my cheeks today, actually mixed with my next recommendation. This is the Too Faced Cloud something blushes, Cloud Crush. This is in the shade Candy Clouds. This one, you guys, is so beautiful. Again, another baby doll pink Barbie kind of blush, which you wouldn't think suits my face, but when it goes on my face, it almost kind of adjusts to my pH balance. I don't think it's a pH balancing one, but it like works on me. So anyway, a mixture of these two that I've put like both of them on today. They're very finely milled. They go on like a dream. I have to say again, I am really addicted to other brands that you get outside of Sephora, like the latest obsession of mine. Actually, unfortunately, this is a brand at Sephora, but lately Sephora only carries limited items from Natasha Denona brand. This has been my latest obsession. Do you see how much abuse I've done already? This blush in the middle, oh my gosh, this is the best cream blush ever, you guys. Anyway, I'm not going to spend time here. This is not available at Sephora. I actually got backups of it. By the way, this is the Berry Pop collection. Obsessed. I got these from Beautylish or Ulta or something. The lipstick, the lip liner, and the whole trio. I love this. But I do have something else. I have many other Natasha Denona recommendations, but I'll get to it here in a second. Oh, before I forget, the only face powder, under eye setting powder from Sephora that I can recommend is this Huda Beauty Easy Bake in the Cherry Blossom Cake shade here. It's a pink one. It works actually on all skin tones. I actually seen very dark complexioned ladies using this on TikTok and places. Really works on like super dark skin too. Really what I love to use on my under eyes, brightens them and gets rid of lines and just perfect. In terms of a all over face powder, the only recommendation I have as always is the Charlotte Tilbury airbrush powder. As you can see, it's been abused. I've gone through like a million of these. The only complaint I have is that there's not enough product in the pan. It needs to be a bigger one. I mean, what's up with that? She makes like a massive bronzer, but she doesn't make a massive version of this. What's up with that, Charlotte? It makes very little sense. Okay, in terms of highlighter, what I'm wearing on my face today is actually a Tom Ford one. This right here, this Tom Ford Soleil Neige collection blush in Soleil Neige. This came in 2 different shades. I think this is more of this pink shade that came out. Love this formula. Look at how beautiful that is. That's what I'm wearing on my skin today. It's actually really, really beautiful. Look at that. I know it's such a beautiful, beautiful, beautiful highlight. There is another highlight that I like, but that comes in a eye palette, in a face palette. I'll talk about that here in a minute. I'll get to that when I get to the order of things, and when I get to eye palettes or face palettes. Now I guess I get to it right now. Why not? Now's a better time than any other. I have already talked about all the complexion products. Okay, so the 2 face palettes that I recommend highly, 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 highly. These 2, you got, look, these are filthy there. I mean, I use this all the time. And you want to see filthy? The inside is even filthier because I use this every single day almost. Like, look at that, how abused is this? This shade right here, it's such a tragedy because I always run out of this before the other shades. She needs to make that one either bigger or like she needs to be selling like refills on the side. What's up with that, Natasha? You need to sell refills. Okay, so the first one was the Glam Face palette. This is the Love Face palette, which is also used and abused. Oh my gosh, look how filthy it is. I mean, I love this shade right there, you guys. I mean, it's just so beautiful. All the shades, these matte ones and the satin ones and these shimmer ones, they're just absolutely gorgeous. Every time I wear this palette, I get a compliment. Same with this one, must-haves. And the other palette, all the palettes are almost Natasha Denona. 2 eye palette brands from Sephora that I recommend: Natasha Denona eye palettes and Tom Ford quads. This is the time to grab the Tom Ford quads too. I will get to that because they're expensive. They're like 98 bucks, 90 something. So now's the time to grab them. The other brand you should grab is Natasha Denona. Here's another palette. This is the I Need a Nude palette. Is a must-have because this is like the perfect neutral palette. It's not too cool, not too warm. There are some cool shades. There are some warm leaning shades. Again, these shades are just absolutely stunning, you guys. I mean, there are some several kind of finishes here. This one is one of her, I think, like the cream to powder formula ones. Oh, I just love this palette. It always, every time I use it, gives me the most beautiful eye look ever. Another one I recommend from Natasha is this new one. This is the Xenon palette. This is more of a dark smoky eye type of palette. I wore this, I think, was it my this was my New Year's that I did. I will link that video here, you know, check it out. It's like, I think it was a short I did on my other channel. I'll put it right here. Yeah, so beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. And you know, I recommend basically almost all of Natasha Denona palettes with the exception of like Sunset palette or the Sunrise palette. One of those 2 I don't like. Very few I don't like. I forgot to say I do recommend one from Charlotte Tilbury. I'll get to that here in a second. But these Tom Ford quads, you guys, you have to grab these. These are the most gorgeous finishes ever. I recommend this every year. This is one of those old recommendations. I'm sorry, but I have to recommend it to you. Just look at how abused this is, okay? This is how abused this is. This is the creme formula, you guys. Oh my gosh, I'm losing this because I have worn it so much. It's so filthy and everything else too. It got really filthy because it broke. I can't really swatch them right now, but I can put up like a look that I love to do with this. This creme formula, you guys, gives your eyes almost like a second skin look. It almost looks like wet leather on your like eyes, almost kind of like, what can I say, kind of foundation for the eyes, like, you know, like look at that, look at that finish. It's so creamy and beautiful. It's cream to powder, but very like cream type of formula. Let me put a little clip of one of my videos here where I'm wearing this palette on my eyes. It's absolutely stunning. Other creme formula quads that I love right here. This one is the Violet Sateen, which is one of the newer ones that, I mean, look at this, for example, this creme formula, shine ones or shimmer ones are so stunning too. It gives like the most beautiful, I don't know, smooth look to your eyelids. It's hard to describe. Another one I recommend is this one, like the khaki one. This is the Velours Khaki. And then we have here one of the newer ones. This is Dark Opulence. I could go on and on and on. And there is this one also, Forbidden Pink. This kind of goes, or it was kind of released to go with the Tom Ford Rose Prick perfume kind of. Look at how abused that is. I mean, I love this, like this creme formula shimmer shades. They are the best. They are so smooth and creamy. And this one is not creme. This is from the Neige collection, Soleil Neige collection. This is Lumiere Zephyr. This is so stunning to you guys. Like these shades, like they're like absolutely ethereal. These are what I call the top coat shades from Tom Ford. Take a look. Take a look at this. Come on, camera, work with me. Focus, focus. Look at that. I mean, for God's sake, okay? I will show you a swatch here. Oh my gosh, look at that. I mean, I get the most gorgeous looks from this palette too. I can go on and on and on all day about a million Tom Ford quads I have. I believe I have at least 38, 40 Tom Ford quads. I did a whole video ranking my Tom Ford quads. I'll put that picture here, and then down in the description box I will link it. I think is it on this channel? It was before I moved the stuff over. I can't remember. It's in one of those channels. I'll link it down in the description box. And the only eye palette that I recommend from Charlotte Tilbury, her formula is really good too. And by the way, that's what I'm wearing on my eyes in this video. This palette, do you see how abused it is? Every time I wear this too, I get compliments. Every time I wear Tom Ford, I get compliments. This is the Beauty Verse palette. This is limited edition, so if you want to grab it, do it now because it may be gone. I'm thinking about getting a backup this time during the Sephora sale. Oh my gosh, these are gorgeous. Like right here. Here's one. Oh my gosh, they're so darn beautiful. Let me swatch. Right, oh, I mean, look at that. Okay, the mattes are stunning, and it's beautiful. Okay, all right, so I have now covered in swatches. I might have to wipe myself here in a second. So the mascara I recommend, the two mascaras I recommend from Sephora. This is the YSL Lash Clash. What is this called? This mascara right here, it's a massive tube. Oh my gosh, you guys, this is like the best mascara. I don't have to do too much work. I hate putting on mascara. All I have to do is whoop, whoop, and it's done. It's like, gives me volume, length, everything. It's just like, you know, beautiful. This is dried up. Actually, this is done. I threw this in my empties. I have to pull it from the empties. Obviously, I need to get, you know, during the Sephora sale, which I'll be getting. And here's the other one, Lancome Hypnose mascara. This has like an hourglass shape. This has a curved wand, if you guys can see. This is what I like to use to curl my lashes up, and it really does curl it up and gives you volume and length and everything. It does everything. This one, this is also dried up and all. I have to, it was in the empties. I had to replenish. All right, so when it comes to eyeliners, I have one recommendation. This is the Danessa Myricks eyeliner, which is what I'm wearing today. This is actually from the empty, so this actually dried out now, but this is the best, one of the best eyeliners I've ever tried. Really does a really good job. The Fenty one's good too, but this one's better. I am addicted to the Chanel eyeliners, guys. The liquid eyeliners. Again, I'm hooked on Chanel lately. And the other brand I really like is the Natasha Denona Microblade one. That I don't have. It's actually in empties. I didn't dig it up. The Microblade, Natasha Denona Microblade. That one is a beautiful eyeliner too. So those are what I recommend from Sephora. Now, the eye pencils. I recommend this right here, you guys. I don't know if you remember, Milk Makeup had a nude eyeliner that is so creamy but stayed on your waterline, never budged. But Milk went ahead and discontinued it. I do not know why brands do that. When you have a good product, you go ahead and just take it away, which makes no sense. People love that. So I had to, in panic-stricken mode, find a replacement for it, and this is almost identical to that, and this stays on. Do you see how you can see it from here? Do you see my nude waterline right there? It's this right here. And do you see how it's perfectly, it's staying on my waterline? By the way, if you were crying or you're tearing up for some reason, don't put this on. This is not going to stay on. If you have watery eyes, you have to make sure your eyes are dry when you put it on, because when you first put it on, it needs to stay put. Like, because when you first put it on, you need to have dry waterline so that it can grab onto it. But once you put it on, you can cry, do whatever, it's not going to go away. Okay, so this is the creamiest, but at the same time not too creamy right there. It's the perfect nude. It goes with anybody's complexion. It is such a good formula. It stays put. Like a lot of the nude eyeliners from many brands won't stay on the waterline. It goes away in like a few minutes the moment your eye tears up, right? Not this one. I'm gonna get this, another replacement or backup for it, this nude color, but also I'm gonna get it in other colors. Another eye product I have to recommend is this Danessa Myricks Color Fix liquid eyeshadows. Oh my gosh, you guys, these are like one and done. If you want like a really glitzy eye look, but you're not very good at eye looks, but you just want to look like you really know what you're doing, this is perfect. For those of you who are not very good and want something user friendly, this is so pretty on the eyes, and this goes on like this. Is not going to show the same way on my arm as it does on my eyes here, but this is also kind of duochrome. This has a purple shift, although it's kind of like turquoise. It just goes with one swipe. You can use a brush or your finger or whatever. One and done. You can just do your crease, like put like a bronzer or something in your crease, or like a tan eyeshadow in your crease, and put this all over. You're done. Stays put. Beautiful. All right, that's it for eyes. Okay, for lip products, I have to recommend these. If you don't buy these, you're silly. These are expensive. YSL Candy Gloss lipsticks. These are essentially lip gloss in a stick, almost kind of consistency. You know that new trend with the lip gloss type of lipsticks that are, like really high shine. Okay, so do you see that shine? That is like glass. It's like glass, and this is called lip glaze. What is it? Lip glaze? Candy glaze or candy gloss? I forget. I will put it down in the description box. This is the nude shade I'm wearing on my lips today in this video. Let me show you. So this is a little nudier than the usual nude shade I like. There's another one. I think this is the nude blusher. The other one is showcasing nude. I forget which one's which. But yeah, I love them so much. You have to grab these. Okay, this is a darker kind of burgundy shade. You must grab these while the sale is on. They're so good. They're so luxe looking. I love them. And the other product is these Dior, what do you call it? Lip maximizers, they called. glosses. They're the best glosses ever. I'm also hooked on, by the way, Chanel glosses. I love Chanel glosses. And by the way, I love Pat McGrath glosses too. If you noticed, I'm not recommending any Pat McGrath products in this video. Why? Because I don't want to lead you guys astray. You need to be smart when you shop. There's going to be a Pat McGrath sale that is 30% off right after the Sephora sale. So wait for the Pat McGrath sale, you guys, and get it from that. Don't get Pat McGrath from Sephora sale because you'll get a better discount after. Do you see that Dior Lip Maximizer? So good. I have so many shades. Usually I love the pinky ones. And another really good product right now are these. So this is the lip plums, which are also really juicy and great. I have so many of these in my empties, you guys. It's not even funny. I've used them up like crazy. I just want to show you a swatch here. I don't know if you can see. Do you see how glassy that is? Almost like the candy glass right there. There is a new formula, Tarte Maracuja Juicy Lip Vinyl. That's another new formula from the Tarte Maracuja line. The lip vinyls are even better than the lip plums. I am getting the vinyls in almost every shade during the sale, okay? I tried them at Sephora. I did a little bit of scouting and scoping to determine what I want to get. All right, that's it for lip products from Sephora, although the new stuff I'm gonna get from this sale. There are new shades from the Charlotte Tilbury's Kissing Lip formula. There are some really gorgeous new shades. She just released a bunch of new shades. And then from her matte formula, there are some really gorgeous shades like Cinematic Red, yada yada. The Kissing line has like a crimson something shade. Oh, they're so beautiful. So I'll be getting a ton of those during this sale. And I'm getting the new, I forgot to mention. So YSL came out with, so this is the Candy Gloss or Candy Glaze. There's a new formula now. It's a lip oil in a stick. Same packaging and everything. So that's brand new. I'm gonna get a bunch of those. Okay, just wanted to give you guys a heads up on some of the things I'm planning to buy. When it comes to lip liners, I can really recommend you one brand. Pat McGrath ones are great, but there again, buy them on the Pat McGrath sale after Sephora sale. This right here, Natasha Denona lip liners, you guys, they are so good. Have you tried them? I don't know why nobody's talking about these. They're so good. Look at how creamy, but not too creamy. They stay put. Like the Sephora brand lip liners, for example, you guys, they're creamy and beautiful, but they kind of bleed. You know, they let lipstick bleed, whereas you put a Natasha Denona lip liner on and you put a lipstick, it keeps it kind of like prisoner, you know, like it doesn't let the lipstick budge past it. Almost has a gripping kind of nature to it. These are so good. They get the job done. Only lip line I would recommend from Sephora. So is that it? Yeah, that's it. Now I have a bunch of Sephora collection products I want to recommend to you, the brushes. You get 30% off Sephora items, the Sephora brand items. Everybody does, not just Rouge. And by the way, one thing most people don't know, even if you were not a Rouge member, you can start shopping just the Sephora collection at 30% off from the beginning, even when the Rouge people start shopping tomorrow, the 5th. So if you didn't know that, even if you weren't Rouge, you can still buy Sephora collection items with Rouge members starting tomorrow. Okay, these are brushes that I recommend. This is the Sephora powder brush, you guys. This is number 59. And this is the 56 foundation. This is a really good foundation brush. You can actually also use this for contouring and contouring, cream contour, which I love to do with that one. This one has been discontinued. I think this is a really nice bronzing brush, you guys, because it's angled. It's perfect. It like hugs the contours of your face like there's no tomorrow. This is number, what is this number? Okay, there's no number for this brush. I think this has been discontinued. There are so many Sephora collection brushes I can recommend, but a bunch of them have been discontinued, unfortunately. So I don't know which ones have been discontinued off the top of my head, but I will link a bunch down below, not just these 3, the ones I really like, okay? And then I have this Sephora Velour Puff. You guys, this is the best velour puff, and it's not even that expensive, and at 30% off, this is like a steal. I love this. This is what I love to use, a velour puff for setting my under eye with like under eye setting powder, and I like to go around the like cracks of my like nose and stuff with this type of velour puff. You know, wherever you have lines, right? This is good to apply powder with. Love velour puffs, and I threw like 5 of these in my cart already. So that's all my recommendations, you guys. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please don't forget to give it a thumbs up. Subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. Ring the notification bell so you will be notified every time I upload, especially that giant Sephora massive $4,000 insane haul coming up here very soon. Make sure to subscribe so you don't miss that. Most of the new products are going to be in that video, so that's one you don't definitely want to miss. There are lots of new products at Sephora that I'll be buying, you guys. I have like a $4,000 haul planned already in the cart, so don't miss that. And of course, don't forget to follow me on Instagram and TikTok. Head on over to my other channel, Ceylon Cleo, all about mostly fragrances. But I actually upload this video on that channel as well. So if you're subscribed to that channel, don't worry, you'll be getting 2 videos a week. Just wait for the next video, right? On this channel. You know, if you already watched it on this channel, don't watch it on that channel. But you'll be getting a fresh video in a couple of days here. So don't worry, there'll be another video coming along the way. If you already saw this video on my other channel or this channel, you know what I mean. Vice versa. So yeah, head on over to that channel. If you haven't subscribed to it, show me some support and subscribe to that as well. So I hope you enjoyed this video, and I hope you share your Sephora adventures with me, your products that you're planning to buy down in the comment section. I will see you guys in my next video.